Fury, and don't forget to subscribe to Porky's Corner, because I've been a helmet of the month and you need to listen to me. Yeah? So follow him, yeah? And get the fella some followers up, for Christ's sake. He wears his heart on his sleeve, the good man Russ. So follow Porky's Corner, he says it as it is, and you know, I appreciate the helmet of the month, Russ. No problem.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, mate.
Right. Bricktop and Dylan White, are they going to get on next week, or is it going to be intense beef?
You know what? You're saying this doesn't happen. You're still on that. You just think it don't happen.
I've shot my mouth off now. I've got to fucking pray it don't, haven't I?
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, I'll be a prophet, won't I?
But if it don't happen, right? They've got someone backs up already. You know it.
If it doesn't happen, people will be saying, "Listen, pork is life."
Yeah, pork is the god.
The show.
I do want Dillian White to be there. I really do, because I like to see Fury have a hard time of it. Because you got to think now. This just comes down to his skill set's far better. Fury's skill set's far better, but Dillian White doesn't really, apart from one time when he took time out of the ring after that B sample missing scenario. You know, he blew up a little bit, but normally he keeps it the same weight, don't he, Dillian White? And he doesn't go bigger or go smaller. He keeps himself, he takes camp seriously. So got to give credit where credit's due. Doesn't take time out, keeps on the job. And where Fury will go off on his party, goes to Vegas, whatever, it's going to take its toll. And I think it's starting to catch up on him. So this is where you might see Dillian White, where you might have a couple of good rounds against Fury. You know what I mean? You might have a chance.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? But I personally think that Fury could be there for taking now.
I think these Wilder fights have taken it out of him, these Wilder fights. And you know what? With the poor diet, and even knowing like the glimpses of
it.
Yeah, and his abuse. I mean, like, look, Julian said to me, quite a few people said it to me, you look at people, let's say, from Cole Froch, people like to Curtis Woodhouse, they were just fit machines, kept himself fit, right, eating the right things, everything. And they're not the most talented, granted.
I think Curtis Woodhouse is a good fight to me.
Well, okay then, but
British champion, mate. You don't win British titles if you're no good, mate.
Okay, but dedicated. And Fury, you can say he's not always dedicated. And I think it will catch up on him this time, because I think he will go in a little bit of a slight downward attitude about Dillian White and what he's doing, and thinking,
he'll be training hard for Dillian White because he sparred him. And I've been told off somebody, I'm not going to mention his name, but there were hard spars for both of them. So he didn't have it all his own way, Fury. So Fury might be working himself to death in camp, because he picks and chooses his battles. I don't personally think that he trained hard for Wilder 3. I've heard he cut corners. He ain't cutting corners for this one because he knows that he's in a fight. So I think I make Fury a favourite, but I just think that the element of surprise, if Fury's not on his game, if the Fury that fights Wilder the third time turns up, even though he won by knockout, I think Dillian White and him is a 50-50. But if the Fury turns up that beat Wilder the second time, he'll just ruin Dillian White. He'll ruin him.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Oh, I see. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just think that it depends on what Fury turns up. But I'm not saying that as a get out if he loses. Put my money on a Fury win in probably an accumulator, or maybe a double, maybe 3 or 4 fights. But there ain't no to fucking back, is there, on that? There's only eyes at Lowe's fighting. That's any good. All the rest
David Adelaide, don't you want to watch him?
Fucking look. He'll be up 1 to 100, won't he, to win? There'll be no money bet, was there? I mean, right, a good accumulator. You'd have to back against to make your bet interesting. You've got to play about with it, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to have Isaac Lowe to get knocked out and that, and Fury to win by knockout. You know, just to jazz your bet up a bit. But actual predictions, if there's no money involved, I'm going to say Tyson Fury on points. But Dylan White's got a chance, but only a very slim chance. He's not decorated enough for. He's a British champion who beat Ian Lewinson in a vacant belt. That's it, 20 stone Ian Lewinson, and that was fucking 6 years ago. So Dylan White's not fought for a European. He's not fought for a world. He's not tried and tested at that level, is he? Fair enough, he beat Parker, but come on, the stinking hater.
Yeah. And that was
I hope it's a good fight, but I make Fury a massive favourite, and because it's in England, I'll go on record as to say that I think Big John Fury will probably lose it in fight week, because he'll be getting that up. It's his first, because he'll be thinking in his tiny little head that it's all about him fight week, because just Tyson's come out in his balls. But so I sense that he might get too much for him, because did you see how they carried on with that Tommy Fury press conference where they were going to punch TV?
Yeah.
That would let them letting him off at Leeds. Can you imagine what he's going to be like at Wembley? Can you imagine him at Wembley? It'd be too much.
Dean White will punch his face in. Dean White
will not go anywhere near that. All them lot. Big Shane will just get a grip of him and just sit on him.
If those two had a fight, Shane Fury v Dean White, would win.
I don't know. Pair of them fucking are big lumps, aren't they? Big 6 foot 6'8" lumps, 25 stoners, aren't they? You know, if you had a whack off any of them, you're going to be put into orbit, aren't you? I don't know. The big lads, aren't they? Big huge men. I don't know.
Shane.
I know Shane to as favourite. I think he's a big lump in it, but. And what have we seen of Dean White fighting? He's fought that. He's bad that. Oh, is it? Then he was stalking me.
He's got missing.
He's got missing. I'm in section, Danny. Somebody's told me. I'm in section now. Showing all signs.
Well, it's all of a sudden when Nicky Smedley's put it on him and sent him a direct video, right? He's gone missing.
My kid's mum says, "What, you leaving me downstairs with him for? I don't know him." I goes, "He's all right." She goes, "He seems odd." So he'll be all right, man. He's just got nowhere to stop. But that's just me. I'm pretty casual, aren't I, about who I've run. Yeah. But what I want to make is that I made a mistake. You know, sometimes you've got to be very careful. You see, I was thinking, he'd be like Terry or Rico. Yeah. But not, is he? He got no fucking job, no money. He's fucking carrying a big rucksack around me. And, you know, your heart bleeds for them sort of people. So you try and do a good thing, and look what happens. He sent him bonkers on it. People like that shouldn't be given a YouTube account, because they start playing with their heads, doesn't it? You see what happens? This is why I didn't entertain it. But you try and be right with people, don't you? And I don't know. Do I wish him well? Do I fuck? Or what he said about my little lad and my kid's mum? I fuck. But I'm not going to go fucking sentence for cracking the cunt. Do you know what I mean? I see bit first one. I mean, when I threw him out here, right, we were going to go to police. Yeah, where are you going police for? I don't know where I am, middle at night. Fucking hell, get back in. Don't want police around here, do we? But no, you've got to be very careful who you meet on social media. People either want to get to know you because they think you're a character, and then you get to meet them, well, there's a lot of promises been made through social media over years, especially with my channel and me personally. And when people go back on the word, or they can't do what they say they're going to do, that's a pet hate of mine, Max, isn't it? I start saying, hey, don't be coming in my company chatting shit, saying you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Shit chatters.
You hate that.
Chat a load of shit. I had 5 years off it with Dennis. I've heard everything in boxing. Dennis were going to do wonders. He's done note. I've known him 7 years on the next week. 14th or 12th of April or something. I've known him about 7 years, Dennis. What has he done in that 7 years? What's his biggest belt that he's won? What?
He won
a British title with Tommy Frank.
Frank, yeah, I was going to say that, yeah.
A vacant British title with Tommy Frank, coming off 2 losses, which you're not allowed to do, for a weight division that they were going to ban 2 years ago. and nobody were there? Is that it? Is that Dennis's crew carte blanche in the last 7 years? Because I would have been there another 2 years fucking banging my head, wouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? Well, that's what happens when you listen to shit chatters. People that chat shit think they're gangsters, but they're not. They're just shit chatters, and they promise you and fill your heads full of Jolly Robins. And when push comes to push, well, when push comes to push, Dennis has got balls smaller than yours, Max. His balls are that big. If anything's going off, he don't want to be near it. He won't, oh no, I don't want to be here. Yeah, that's all right. You'll go fucking 10 miles away, Dennis. Isn't that right, Dennis? We'll have to put that episode up another time, Dennis. That one will go fucking viral. But no, listen, mate, you get shit chatters in boxing. All of them. People who are going to do this, going to do that. They do fuck all. The chat shit, create a bit of fucking hype, and it's all designed to get in fighters' heads so they don't fuck off. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. How many fighters has Dennis had that have come to me and they said, do you know what's happening? I don't know what's happening, but well, I'll say, if I know, you'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've heard this. I said, well, I ain't heard that. So that must be shit. Because I always used to tell the truth. I said, who's told you that? I've not fucking heard that. Load of shit. Stop listening to shit talkers. Because Sheffield's full of them, isn't it? Sheffield. 95% shit talkers in boxing up there. Shit talkers. Got to be very careful. Loads of double agents up there, mate. Sheffield, loads. Especially in boxing industry. Loads. But where I see Dennis's operation going now, well, there's a video in production now. I'll make sure that it goes out before this one. I sent him a message and you'll have seen it in video. I think I said something like, I think it's called Message to Dennis or something. I think I'm more or less saying that you need to have a look at what you're putting out there. Because what is he putting out there? Yeah, he's given 50 odd people debuts in a year, but they're from white collar, aren't they? And if you've got a stable and you've got Dave Allen and Cash Ali in it, and you can't get them a fight, what would you do? If I were there, how would Dennis now? I said, Dennis, what the fuck are we doing with these shows, Dennis? The garbage. None of them can fight. They're all white collar and they're all on ticket deals, and you're not putting any belts online. Get rid of them and work with what you've got. You put Cash Ali and Dave Allen on, and you try and hope to get 2 fights out of it. You could even get 3, but you get them on to start with. That's first one. Josh Wales retired. Gavin McDonald's retired. They need a trilogy. They've got intense beef. It needs putting to bed. You make an offer out to Josh Wale and Mick Wale, and you put one out to Gavin McDonald and Steffi Bull, and you get them at it. Get them paid well. That's 2 fights. Third one is you and Perry Howe. I put you in at heavyweight. You've got a bit of intense beef. That's 3. Dempsey Whale and Anthony Tomlinson. I think that's a good fight, the same weight. Let them get at it. That's 4. Tommy Frank, Harvey Horn. Mark Simpson's fighter, Harvey Horn. If he's still with Mark. They nearly made that when I were there, and they nearly made it last year when I'd left. So why not get that on once and for all? That's 5. You could put Kane Salvin in, who I think is Dennis's best fighter out of all of them. And Keenan Wainwright, he's a nice kid. They're from the same stable, same weight. Why not? He did it with Sufi Ahmed and Kane Salvin. So why not Keenan Wainwright and St. Kane Salvin? All the difference is they've got the same trainer, Glenn Rose, but he could just throw a few key in corner for one of them. It wouldn't matter. Glenn Rose wouldn't be bothered as long as they got paid. Look, they all know that Glenn Rhodes is a good bloke, but Glenn's been around boxing all his life. He's never had a job in his life. He's only done boxing. Never won a belt as a pro. Tommy Frank's just been his first British champion. He's been a trainer 30 years, Glenn. So he's not had that much success, has he? But he's a wealthy man. They all know how to play the game, don't they? Come on.
Yeah.
They all know how to play the game. All of them. Yeah. Glenn Rose learnt off Brendan Ingle, didn't he? The master. Or did Caldwell learn off?
Insane.
Dominic and John, they learnt off their dad. They're all wealthy men, aren't they? Because you couldn't imagine any of them fuckers that job centre, could you? They wouldn't know what to do, would they? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think them fights there is a good fight. Would you get stuck into Perry Howe, Max?
Yeah, and
Put
heartbeat.
him in, Max, at fucking weighing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but he's gone missing again.
Eh?
Yeah, he's gone missing as well.
Yeah, Perry Howe, come see me. No, in fact, don't actually. But Perry Howe, don't forget, you've only got another 18 months left before you have to jump in River Don if you haven't won an area belt. So don't you be welching on me. But if you win an area belt, I'll jump in River Don, Perry. No problem. No problemo. But I am that confident that you don't win an area belt, Perry Howe. Same as I'm confident, Max, that you won't get to 16 stone on 1st of June. I think you will, Max.
We'll see. Proof's in the pudding.
Max, do you want to send me that 100 through now? Save you spent getting it me in June.
You can fucking wait till June.
Do you want to cash out now for 50 quid, Max?
Fuck off.
Right, I'll tell you when it gets to June 1st and you've paid me, make sure that they're nice and crispy, Max.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you £1 coins, a big fucking.
You know what I did to that Trisha at Texaco Garage? 80 quid, 82p in pennies and 5p's and 2p's. I know how long it took me to fucking count it, mate. That was my copper jar for year, 80 quid.
Fucking bastard.
I could have tipped it on counter. She went, you can't leave till I've counted it. I said, you've got me, Reg, I'm going. That's what you've got to do, mate. Revenge is a dish best served cold, kid.
That's all I'm going to do.
Max, Joshua and Uzbek, it looks like it's really, really close that they're going to fight in Saudi Arabia. What do you think to that with all the human rights issues? And they threw all them puffs off that building, didn't they? 8 of them threw them off with pillowcases on their heads for being gay-like. So obviously it's a ruthless country. They cut your arms off for nicking a bit of fish in that. Do you know what I mean? From corner shop. So what do you think about a country like that having Joshua go over there with all this human rights issues? What do you think about that?
Look, this comes down back to boxing. Boxing doesn't care. When there's money involved and people getting paid, boxing doesn't care, right? And we've seen this with Mr. That Weirdo Stalks, yeah? All those horrible comments he said about that young man who, well, I wouldn't say young man, that good matchmaker who died. People forgotten about that.
What matchmaker who died?
Oh, and Powell. Is it?
Oh,
yeah.
Dean Powell. Dean Powell's been dead 9 years.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, well, that guy, that idiot who's saying shit things about him.
Oh, yeah. Boxing people are very fickle. Yeah, Emperor Michael were putting out mocked pictures and all this and abusing Dean, going on about Dean Powell and all this, saying you were weak and all that. Whatever he said, it was bad, like. But he's a young lad then, wasn't he? So you have to get benefit of doubt. But but now and now look, he's got press passes for matchroom events, or they're letting him in. He hasn't got a press pass; they're letting him in. Now.
This is what I mean. It's not right. How's that right?
Well, because he's going to go there and he's going to kiss everybody's ass. If I went there, I'd be saying, Eddie, fucking pull the other one. It's got bells on it. Do you know what I mean? But that's boxing people for you. It's fickle. Listen, 1 minute, you cock of the walk. The next minute, you're a feather duster.
And it's what I mean. If you were related to Dean Powell, like, you know, your brother or mother, father, whatever, and he was getting through press passes, you'd feel fucking sick.
But the point is, whoever cracks that Michael, and he will get cracked, whoever cracks him, you're going to be called a bully anyway. So you can't win. Can't win. I just wanted to shit him up, as you know. We shit him up, didn't we?
He shut himself, yeah.
That's it, but I don't see it point in me fucking fating him, because it wouldn't be a fate, would it? Me against Dean White would be a fate, because I'd fucking be fighting for my fucking life. Is it side of him? If he sat on me, I'd be fucked, wouldn't I?
No, he's a good half a head taller than me. I'm like,
he's 25 stone, 6'8". His mother put him in a grow bag when he was a baby. He's put him in a grow bag, mate. Well, she put him in summer, didn't she? He's a big old lump in him, my mate says to me. I don't fancy that Dean White knocking on my door, Porky. I said, why? I've just seen him at a show. He's fucking huge. I said, you're frightening me with your roadman killer stories. Fuck off, Brad.
Oh, God.
But yeah, he's a lump. But then again, anybody can do what he's doing, can't they? He's putting his son about in this, so good luck to him. But we don't believe the story about his name or saving airplanes at 35,000 feet.
What I will give him is due, Dean, is that his fighters get paid. Well, they get paid well. You? No, it's what two lads I know.
Well, that's good. Well, that's good. Well, what does he fucking? Of course, he got to pay. What's he want? A medal? That's his fucking job, isn't it?
I know, but I think there's. No, I know you know the boxing game a lot more than me.
You think we all them people I know didn't used to get paid?
Exactly, and all this bit they're getting paid, looked after quite well, and I think he's just trying to grow his reps.
Yeah, but how many shows does he put on? 1 or 2?
It's 2 now. Yeah,
2, right. Well, both at shows weren't in his name, were they, if you remember? Right. So has he got a promoter's license? No, I don't think he has. Is he pulling strings behind the scenes? Yeah. Well, let me say this to you: if you are pulling strings, Dean, good luck to you. But every opponent for your 2 shows, every single one of them had losing records. Why is that? When you've just seen that what Al Heyman's just put on this Saturday, Errol Spence show, not one losing record in that, and there's 11 fights on. But
that was That was a really good show. That's a really
good show, isn't it? Errol Spence.
Yeah.
But, and then you look at what. To be fair, Eddie Hearn's Conor Ben's show's only got 2 losing records on full show. He's got less fights on, but so Eddie's up to his game a little bit. They've had to do because have you seen noise that I've made about these losing record guys and all the way through? People are padding shows out because they know they do tickets, but they're putting rubbish opponents and garbage opponents on so they can get a few quid. They know, the promoters know they are who are doing it. I have a problem with that. So I will continue to rinse you all if you're going to serve up shite. All right? Don't chat shit on your socials and then serve us shit. Because I won't be fooled.
Here's a question.
Any of them promoters out there, none of them bother me. None.
What do you think of Ebony Bridges, truthfully?
What do I think to her? I think she's probably a little slag. If my daughter behaved like her, I'd kick her out. So I don't get gone. I don't know you. She's behaving like a little slag in front of a load of dirty old men at these weigh-ins when she has a moment with them underwear and all that. She likes to be in control, doesn't she? And everybody and the dog is looking at her arse while she's got a G-string on. What does she expect?
Do you know she complains about it.
What does she expect? But people don't respect that. They look at it and they think she's probably a slag. What? I think it's slaggy behaviour. If I had a mistress, I wouldn't want to be behaving like that, and I wouldn't want my daughter behaving like that. So that's how I look at it.
You don't catch Natasha Jonas like acting like that, do you?
No.
Or Savannah.
That's all. And the thing is, you see, well, Ebony Bridges, once she's stripped off, there ain't no to talk about, is there really? There's no in common with her, have you? Once she happens to cake hole. Do you know what I mean? But whereas if it were Natasha Jonas, you'd like be interested in her, wouldn't you? Because you don't know anything about her, because she ain't fucking stripped off like that, has she? She's not putting a sin on offer, is she? She's got a bit more class, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? If she wants to behave like a slag, she'll get treated like a slag. And who's to say she ain't getting treated like a slag now? But if it were my daughter, I wouldn't want to be behaving like that. But she's somebody's daughter, so we have to respect her when she's got in ring. She takes her licks, doesn't she? But when you're getting flogged by Shannon Courtney, you're not going to do much in sport. But she has, though. She's been come back and won a world title. But from winning who? That's where boxing's heading. She fought Shannon Courtney for a vacant belt. They were both ranked 8 and 9 in world, yeah? Do you agree?
Yeah.
So how can number 8 and number 9 fight for a world title? What about number 1 to 7? Because that's never been heard of in men. Why did they do that? Just so they could get sanctioned? Why couldn't they put it out as a final eliminator? Why did it have to be for belt that were vacant? Because they weren't ranked 1 and 2. They were 8 and 9. I have a problem with that because it's watering product down, isn't it?
It's because the talent pool's that deep. It's not that deep, is it? And it's just about trying to get how he's probably sold it, Eddie. He's probably sold it. Oh, I'm trying to get women's boxing right alight, you know, what I'm doing, and they've supported it. The bodies, the sanctioning bodies, that would be supported. That would not be supported in the men's.
Yeah. Why are you ranked now, Max, at the moment?
I need a check.
Are you near bottom?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen bottom of a rabbit's hutch? That's where you are at the moment, Max, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fighting your way through the shit.
Yeah, right through shit. Yeah, the Nick Campbells of this world.
Yeah. Max, there's a fight that they keep talking about, and they activated the rematch clause October the 8th. Now that's 6.5 months ago. And it's Anthony Joshua against Alexander Usyk. That fight's not been made yet, but the word is it's going to be in Saudi for a lot of money. What's your thoughts on all that, Max? For all goings on?
Well,
is it greed?
I think it's there. If the money's right, you know, and obviously it's Saudi, it's gonna happen, isn't it? You know, because let's be honest, I'll jump in with Usyk if the money's right. Christ, you know what I mean? You know, even if I have to like die in 30 seconds, you know, it's the money.
You wouldn't even be allowed in the same arena as Usyk, It's that scary.
Exactly. But the point is
that people like Nathan Gorman, once he puts on another 3 or 4 stone, you know, when he's all washed up. But he's a very skillful guy, and he'd probably be still too skillful for you. But Nathan Gorman's probably too fresh for you at the moment. Fabio Wardley is as well. Phil Williams. What about Phil Williams? Have you looked at him?
Oh yeah, do it. No, it's
you know what I mean?
the thing. He has a fight every week. Him.
Why don't you send Perry our fucking Insta thing, whatever you do, and just say Perry that fuck all when we're going at it.
We're going back to the AJ thing. It's going to be, if he loses, you're going to have to say they'll try to rinse another fight out of him, right, against Dillian White, and that'd be it for him, wouldn't it? I mean, don't you agree?
If Fury beats Dillian White, it'll then be Dillian White, Joshua, and if Usyk beats Joshua next. But I personally think that Eddie Hearn is waiting for Tyson Fury and Dylan to fight before they announce out with Usyk. That's what I think. If Dillian White beats Fury, he's going to go running back to Eddie Hearn with the fucking marbles, isn't he? Okay. Say, Eddie, look, I did it, Eddie. Eddie will say, sit down, son, sit down. Let's talk about your future. And then they'll try and work something out where he fights Joshua for that belt, because Joshua don't want to go near Usyk, in my opinion. He's had months and months to make that fight. They don't look keen, do they?
No, it's just he's a different level, Usyk. He's a different gravy, isn't he?
I said it years ago when he won gold medal, and everybody said, "Oh, Porky, you're not doing it at heavyweight. Where's fucking heavyweight champ? He's got 4 or 5 belts. Gets fucked. It's only because he got the other belt."
Yeah.
So you think it'd be in bad taste if they did fight them, Max, in Saudi?
Personally, I do, but boxing doesn't care, so they're going to do it, aren't they? And to be honest, do you know what? Boxing needs to, because if it was UFC, right, they wouldn't do it. They have a bit of a standard, if you want to say, a bit of the same morals, right? You see it all the way through the sport. I'd love Dana White to come over to 12 months and see what he does. I'd love to see him in boxing. I'd love it.
Yeah, well, we're going to see, aren't we? Dana White's probably rubbing his hands with all this Kinahan thing going on and hoping that they blow themselves, that they shoot themselves in foot. You know what I mean? Kinahan's lot. he'll be thinking he might just be waiting for the right opportunity to come over. You never know. He could have even been offered them all, couldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, what's stopping? I mean, have you heard about Box Nation going live again?
No, are they?
Yeah, they're getting from. I think it's not this weekend. Weekend after Box Nation relaunches.
Oh, good. Good.
So
Couldn't sell it then, could he? Tried his best to sell it last few years.
That was it.
Yeah, Dennis were going to put a bid in, but I bet Warren's gutted if he's had to set that back up. It must be going a bit tits up at ITV for him then, or whatever. BT, is that any BT?
Yeah.
He's only got one fight left with Fury as well, this one.
Oh, is he?
Or is it Aaron that's got one fight left with Fury?
I think it's Aaron, isn't it? I thought it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. All right then, Max. Well, listen, I'm going to get off.
Yeah.
Have a safe flight tomorrow.
Yeah.
And where you flying to?
Prague.
From where?
Prague. London.
You could call in on way back then Sunday, can't you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, call the sea, man. I'll rent as fuck out you if you've lost.
Well, I won't be. Do you know what I do? It'll be if I've lost. Right, you'll open the door and throw a cup of cold piss over me.
You know, with a cup of cold piss, that's Mark Tim's saying. No, that's not my saying. That's Mark. That's not Max's, Nick. You're saying.
But yeah, we'll do.
All right,
yeah.
Mate. Well, listen, you take care. God bless.
Right,
and don't forget, when in doubt, reach out. Reach out. Make sure you reach out when in doubt, and that goes for anybody. Ever feel threatened or anything? Always go like that. Keep them at arm's length.
Yeah.
All right. Top tip for you there from Porky when he was a YP and all. Take care, Max.
See you a bit. Bye.
Right. Well, that was Max out of a breadcrumb. Right, I'm supposed to take my Reggie to see film today. Dale Nichols. Dale, when's your Porky's return? See, everybody who says I don't get Dale Nichols on. Let's have a look. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Well, I'm taking him tomorrow now. Tomorrow lunchtime. Fucking 2 hours, 3 minutes. I hope it's better than Clifford the Big Red Dog. So that's about it, really. I'm going to Turkey next week, and I'm not back in the hot seat till May the 7th. So that's that. This was your last one. So I'll try and drag it out how long I put this out, but I know I'll make 7th. And today is 13th of April. So I've got 17 and 7, 24 days off. Not bad, that, is it? Worked hard to be in this position. I'll go get these teeth took out, put some zirconium in, seat surgeon about my stomach. Then we'll get ready. Spencer Fearon, give me a ring when you get to 154. Stop dodging me. Peace out. Everybody have a great Easter. All right. And if you need your Porky fix the next few weeks and you've seen all the videos, what you need to do, you need to join members area. There's a button on your phone that says join. There's over 200 videos on there that you haven't seen. Peace out.
Pop, pop, bang! On the floor. End of. Give me them belts back where you stole them, you bum. And that's it.